I'm awkward.
Hey guys, this is my lovely friend Cayla, and she's gonna star in a lot of my videos, and she's also a pianist, so she's gonna be in all my music ones too.
Yay!
So today we are talking about the signs of a bad friend. Anyways, we're being annoying again, so we're just gonna get on with it. When they're always on their phone, you're just hanging out, like you're just sitting around on a couch and watching TV and stuff like that. If you're gonna do that with people, that's what I do when I hang out with people.
Yeah.
It means you just want to sit and talk to that person. And if you're gonna be on your phone, what am I even doing here?
The whole purpose
exactly.
of hanging out. Like, why? You're just gonna have your nose in your phone the entire time.
Like, what am I even doing here? I'm wasting my time.
And occasionally glance up and be like, oh hey. But, you know, I'm still a person, I'm still here, and I want to hang out with you. That's why we made the plans. So if you're just going to be on your phone the whole time, it's kind of like, okay, I'm not important to you anymore.
Exactly.
And your phone is more important than our friendship.
You do something nice for them, or they do something nice for you, and they make you feel bad about it. Or they actually care about it, and then they like to hold it in and bring it up when y'all are fighting.
Right. Oh
that's
my god,
annoying.
that's like the worst thing ever you could do. Like, when, you know, it builds up, it just gets to a point where it's just all flooding out, and then...
And especially when you're someone's best friend, it's like, I thought we were honest with each other,
right.
And you be holding this shit in. Like, you don't have to do me any favors if you don't want to. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Like, I don't appreciate being made feel guilty because I already hate asking for favors. And when I do something nice for her, I don't make her feel bad. I understand that I didn't have to do what I did for her, but I love her and that's why I did it.
Right. Yeah, when they only talk about things that they want to talk about when you're hanging out, or when you're in the middle of like talking to them about something serious or like something that, you know, happened in your day that you want them to hear, and they just cut you off and they start talking about something completely different
that has to do with their lives.
Yes.
And stuff that they care about.
Annoying, and it hurts because, you know, you want the person that you're opening up to be listening, and you want them to know how you feel, but you know, they're just coming at you with all this other stuff, and it just makes you feel like crap.
Exactly, like
they don't care.
Exactly. When you care about them, you're like, I do care about your issues, but when we're only talking about your issues and we're only talking about things that are hurting you, and when it comes to me, there's only silence on the other end of the phone, it's a little hurtful to me because it only seems like your stuff is the only stuff that matters, and when it comes to you, I give you genuine stuff and genuine advice. Exactly. You don't really care, and it's all about you.
If your friend is like in trouble or something, or you know, they're in a bad spot, and you give them genuine advice and you pour your heart out to them and you tell them, you comfort them and you tell them everything's gonna be okay,
and they completely ignore it.
So like, say one thing like, okay, it's okay, I got this, I'm gonna take your advice, and then like a few weeks later the same thing will happen, and then
it's annoying to basically have like a really motivational talk with them. It's kind of like what we were talking about before, like you'll be talking about something going wrong with them, and you'll give them genuine advice, and like, I'll be sitting here racking my fucking brain trying to figure out what to tell you to make you feel better, and then I come up with this awesome ass advice to give you, and you just say, you're like, yeah, that makes sense, I think that's exactly right, and the next day you're about to ignore it and just like walk right over what I said.
How are you about to just
How are you about to do that to me? You are always the first one to text or call, and you're the only one to make plans.
Yeah.
You're the first and only one.
Take 3.
We went like almost an entire fucking week, and I've definitely gone longer than that to see if they would text first, and they didn't. It would either be about something pointless and the conversation wouldn't hold, or they wouldn't text at all. They definitely didn't make plans. Or you do make plans, and if you're not the one that makes sure that they happen, they don't happen at all.
Right, exactly. Like if you don't keep reminding them, hey, we're supposed to hang out tonight, it's not gonna happen. Like, oh wait, I have plans with my other friends. What?
They forget and they make other plans and they do other stuff, and then they get mad that, you know, you didn't text them later.
Right, like if you want me in your life, you would make time. You would make time to talk to me, you would make time to
Exactly.
hang out with me.
There's
if you
time-
don't want me in your life,
I'm gone.
when people don't respect your opinions.
I don't appreciate people making me feel small and making me feel like they're bigger than me, and by not taking my advice,
Yeah.
or, you know, not listening to me when I talk, or not even looking at me when I'm talking. Like, if I, you know, tell you something that I genuinely know what I'm talking about, and you just basically go back to your opinion and what you said because you're not willing to admit that you're not right about something.
Throw them in the trash.
When they say that you're the most important person to them, but they don't prove it by the actions that they're taking, like
Right.
continuously hanging out with other people instead of you, putting effort into talking to other people instead of you, you know, hanging out with other people every single day, but not putting effort into hanging out with you or texting you or talking to you. I don't know if this is just me, like I get not everyone likes Facebook, but like continuously tagging another person in statuses, like especially when they're like best friend statuses.
Oh my god.
It's like, but I'm your number one and I'm your most important person, but you're treating someone else better than you're treating me.
Actions speak louder than words.
When they are choosing guys over your friendship and they don't respect your opinions about the guys.
No. Like, no.
And it's a new guy every month.
I just want to rant. I'm going to try to break
The floor
this
is
down.
yours.
And,
The floor is yours.
So basically, I have supported Natalie through all of her relationships, and believe me, there have been many in the span of 1 year. It gets to a point where enough is enough, because whenever we would hang out, that would be the topic that we talk about 24/7 all the time, and it almost felt like she would be putting the new guy before my friendship, and that hurts a lot.
If people are not willing to change with you and better themselves with you and keep a positive attitude with you,
Cut that
when
shit
you are working hard to
Cut it
better
out.
yourself, then cut them out, fuck them, because you're working hard to get
Exactly.
yourself on the
And
top and they are just dragging you down.
Right, like there's no reason for them to be dragging you down all the time.
Everyone thinks at the point in their life, especially when you're younger, that the best friend that you have at the moment is the person that is going to be your best friend for the rest of your life. But that isn't always the case. Kind of like a relationship, you know, you think you're going to be together forever, and then the more you get to know a person, the more you realize that, you know, maybe this isn't going to work out.
Right, exactly.
You know, because that person doesn't always treat you as well as you think that you know, should be treated. People change.
Right.
And you change. When it gets to a point where you really do try and pick yourself up and, you know, you try and get them to pick themselves up too, but they insist on, you know, staying where they are and, you know, just like resting in the darkness. I'm not going to stay in the state of mind that I was in because you're not willing to come with me. Like, I don't want to be sad every day. I don't want to be depressed every day. I want to be happy. I want to enjoy my life. I want to like what I see in the mirror. And if you don't feel that and you want to feel that, it's important that you work on yourself. And if they're not willing to open their eyes and work on themselves after you realize what's the problem, then you can't have them around anymore, because you just can't have people around who are stuck in their bad habits and stuck in their bad ways and refuse to listen.
It sounds selfish, but sometimes you have to be selfish because your health is important.
Don't let their problems become your problems
Don't let
too.
their weight be your weight. Like, don't let them drag you down.
When you are a person that cares about other people, you know, and helping other people through hard times.
Right.
I used to be like that, you know, I wanted everyone who was having a hard time, I want to be there, I want to be that shoulder to cry on, but then you realize it is putting a lot more weight on you when the people that you're talking to, it's only about helping them through the hard time. There's no happy times. It's just them talking to you about their problems, and that can really bring you down more than you realize.
Don't let other people's problems become your problem. Your happiness is what matters, and if you're depressed now because of their situation, it shouldn't be like that.
If you're the type of person who feels a lot of empathy and you can't really separate other people's problems and other people's feelings from your feelings, then as much as you want to help everyone, you can't be everyone's shoulder to cry on, and that's okay.
Right.
It's okay to not be there for everyone because you need to be there for yourself. You should not be throwing yourself
Give
in the hole.
yourself a big hug right now.
Because you deserve it. We're shoulders to cry on.
Yes,
we'll be your shoulders to cry on.
We'll hug each other for you.
The new catchphrase, we'll hope for the best. We're just gonna hope for the best when I post this video. We're gonna hope for the best.
Bye.